This episode is brought to you by our patron supporters. Today's patron of the day is Terry. Patrons get the show always ad-free and access to the extended episode with bonus content. If you don't want to miss all of that, go to patreon.com/calltheline. That's patreon.com/calltheline.
Do it, jerks. Maybe that'll work. We're always so nice about it. Maybe if I'm mean.
We don't bully them enough. You're right.
I'll bully you. Patrons, yeah, the ad-free. But also, starting in August, like, crazy new things are coming. What were the goals we made the other day on a show? If we hit 2,000 paid subscribers on Patreons, we'll let Zerba become the official mascot. And if we hit 2,500, I'm trying to remember what it was going to be. Oh, I'll do a show in drag. That was what it was. I've never done drag before. Never done it.
That would be great.
Not even once. Not even for not even if there was a fire. All right. Let's make this piece of... What up, everybody? It is July 21st. Should we do this NPR style?
It is July 21st.
Except for that it is the 21st. No, wait, I was about to say this is a same day release.
This is a same day release.
This is July 21st, 2025. This is The Line Has a Podcast. I'm Jimmy Snow.
I'm Melissa Luke. Thanks for joining us today.
My cat has just come and has started to try and get affection again now that he's done eating.
Yeah, it is like that sometimes. I'm glad we're doing this in the style of NPR since all of the funding for NPR has been cut, as it turns out.
Not all, well, all the federal funding, yeah.
The federal funding.
They'll survive. It's still bullshit, but they may come back stronger than ever. Now, I think this is one of those things they may grow to regret. All right. He's like, I just want in your lap, but also when you go to pick me up and put me in your lap, I'm going to act like that's not what I was trying to get to. His mother is gone out of town for a couple of days. And when she's here, he is a total dick to me. He's like just always a jerk. By the way, I think I want to share with the audience now that once we get a couple minutes into this thing, I think we can get there before we hit demonetization, how I described our pre-show or before the show. Yeah. Often Alyssa and I will get on and we'll just start talking about what we're going to talk about. And we keep accidentally doing the best parts of the show before hitting record. So I was like, why is our pre-show all cum shots? And then we do the show and it's just foreplay the whole time.
Right.
It's just the bad story build up.
Perhaps we hit record.
Oh my God, I'm stuck in the dryer. Oh my God. Did you see on Reddit that one girl who actually got stuck in a dryer and the fire department had to come and get her out? No.
How did she get stuck?
It wasn't like our hand. She tried to climb in the dryer. So then she's just don't step on
that's a user error. Was she trying to do it in like a sex way? She was trying to be in the dryer in a sex way?
I think she was drunk and doing it for a dare or something.
That's the stupidest fucking thing I've ever heard. Sorry.
Yep. Do we have to censor his butthole that he keeps showing to the camera? For those watching the video, my cat
love to do that. They love to be like, here's my ass.
He presents the booty hole all the time. Your face not getting itched enough? You got to do it on my mic bar? Okay. He's cuddling up to the cold metal.
He loves you.
Oh, he pretends he doesn't, though. He mostly acts like he hates me. And you got to stop doing that. You got to stop. Yesterday, I was walking past him, and he just hissed at me. We were casually passing each other in the hallway, and he goes, and so I hissed back. I was like,
by the way.
Are you crazy? Did you see him stare at me when he was like, oh, shit. Is he mad? He just hissed. Why does he do that? Because I do. I hiss at him. I'll return for him the energy that he gives me.
That's what you have to do with cats.
Claws. Oh, yeah.
That's what you have to do. You have to assert your dominance, hiss back.
My partner, she is like, he'll do something fucking awful and I'll yell at him and like spray him with the bottle. And then she'll go over to try and comfort him. And I'm like, you are sending mixed signals. Yeah. He's like, oh, so if I do this, sure, I'll get a little bit of a talking to, but then mommy will come over and give me affection. And,
yeah, from this fucking guy. Who cares about him? I'll get him later.
This is the sweetest he's ever been to me because his mom's missing for a couple days now. Out of town. Don't call the police. She's not missing. Trust me, bro.
This is also the exact perfect example of how everything we were talking about on the pre-show versus what we talked about the second we hit record.
The cat comes in and is just like, how about the show's about me now? But look at the way he's looking up at me adoringly. This
I know,
is like, it's like he knows the
really
camera's
cute.
on and he's like, I'm just going to become a whole. Oh, he did not like me scratch. He likes me scratching his head, but not his side for some reason. He started slapping me with his tail when I started touching his.
It feels like cats do that on purpose because they
You good, buddy?
need everyone else to be on their side. And then when the camera's off, that's when he's going to be an asshole.
He's actually such an asshole that I think it's a coincidence. I think most people meet him and it's like, oh, your cat's kind of a dick though, huh? This guy's, he's sort of mean.
Oh my
sort of a
God.
mean guy. But he's still mean to Dexter, which makes me sad. Because Dexter, why does this keep happening? Why do I keep doing shows and the day I'm doing shows is when someone's like, I think I'll mow right outside your window. I swear the last time this happened wasn't even a week ago. I think it was, my goodness. What could they possibly need at this point? Could you go away, please? Okay, now I'm gonna overstimulate him with too much petting and tickling, and he'll go away.
I bet the people who are listening to this podcast only are loving this.
Oh yeah, yes, I'm sure. I'm absolutely certain of that. All right, we're going to be mostly talking about the updates to the Epstein thing, but I want to visit a comment left on Patreon. What was the comment about tortillas and the sandwich?
Oh,
first setup. What were we talking about that anybody gave a shit?
Okay, so in the bonus show last week, we talked about how I think this was part of the everything is a sandwich, soup, or salad debate.
Yeah.
What? No, I'm sorry.
Which, to be clear, that wasn't really the debate. It was you and your friends just decided these are the three categories we will make everything.
Yes.
Not
yes.
that they deserve those categories.
Me and my friends don't fight on anything, so like we have to make something up to discuss and fight about. So that was the thing that day.
Yeah. Can you imagine if I had been there?
It would have been, you would have been like, well, hold on a second. And everyone would have been like, we're just trying to have fun, Jimmy.
I would have taken nobody's side. I'd have had my own unique side, and then I would have beaten all 19 of you. Whatever
Kevin is walking by. You'll see him in a second. There he is.
I saw him. You all right, Kevin?
He's late.
Hey. Thanks for making the show start late, jackass.
No, truly. Listen, what's a girl to do? Long distance relationship. We do what we can.
Yeah, no. I understand. I understand. Anyway,
okay, the
tortilla
comment,
thing.
It was tortillas are absolutely bread. It is a mixed flour. It is a milled flour mixed with liquid ingredients to create a dough and then cooked. It is absolutely bread. I think it's a square is a rectangle situation where it's not wrong to call a taco a sandwich, but it is more accurate to call it a specific type of sandwich that we call a taco.
No. The answer is no. It's not a sandwich. It's not a hoagie. It's not whatever. Because
Immediately,
first of all,
no.
Oh my goodness. A tortilla isn't bread. Now listen, I'm going to say something and people are going to be like, yeah, but what about blank? And I will get to it. Don't be dumb in advance. Okay. Bread is a leavened thing. You have to have a leavening agent. It has to have yeast. I think, is it baking soda or baking powder in some situations? They're not mowing my lawn, are they? I think they might be. I don't get a text when the lawn people are here. Oh yeah, they're mowing my lawn.
Oh, that's nice.
All right, well that's good. Even though I'm fairly certain they did it last Monday. In fact, I know they did it last Monday. So that's too often. It's supposed to be twice a month. Whatever. Okay. Cool. Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
Appreciate. I'm gonna have to, but I would have liked a text. And by the way, the backyard covered in balls right now. Covered in dog balls. Yeah.
I was so confused as to what you were talking about for a second.
Balls. I collect testicles and I just scatter them out everywhere.
Sprinkle them about.
Mm-hmm. As you do, as one does.
Right. Well, because you want to be able to see them.
Right. What good are they to me?
If you went through the trouble of collecting them. Right.
Thank you. I had a weird dream. I moved to Portland last night. Anyway, back to the bread thing. unleavened bread is not bread because bread needs a leavening agent. But then people will be like, but it's called unleavened bread, therefore it is. However, it is often the case. There are cases where an adjective enhances a subject, defines a subject. So, for example, red hair, fun house. Now, that one arguably could go either way because I've never enjoyed a single fun house I've been in. They're all fucking awful. Okay. So that one could go either way, but it's still a house, but the fun part is kind of nonsense. Boneless wings, right? We add the word boneless to wings and we call them boneless wings. What are boneless wings made of? Do you know?
Chicken wings without bones.
No, chicken breast. You go to a place and you get the boneless wings. It's fucking chicken nuggets is what they're giving you.
Oh, right. Yeah, that makes sense.
Covered in sauce.
I don't eat meat, so I forgot. But yeah.
Yeah. Non-alcoholic beer. Okay. Beer is an alcoholic malt beverage. If it doesn't have alcohol in it, it's not actually beer. Now, look, do I want your alcoholic friends who are trying it to stay off, to keep drinking it? I don't care because I don't know them and they don't affect my life. But presumably you want them to, right? Though I feel like having gone through my own types of addiction recovery, doing things that are like imitations of the old thing eventually ends up slippery sloping you back. Yeah, and it's kind of.
I always wonder about that.
That at least for me, it was important to like cut off everything that like I cut off. Not just the substances I was using. I cut off the people I was doing them with, the places I used to go to do them. You know, the dances I used. I stopped doing the electric slide because it turns out I only ever did that with Coke in my system.
Oh my God.
So you can't do the electric slide anymore because otherwise you're like, I'm going to need that booger sugar. Sugar, okay? The booger sugar isn't sugar. Adding the word booger to it actually
makes it something else.
There we go. Bringing it all back. The adjective ruins it. Soy milk. Okay. Right. It's actually imitation crab.
Yeah, no, you're right.
These are things that the adjective actually separates it from the original subject. Sure. Unleavened bread would be one of those things. Tacos are not sandwiches. They're not even hoagies. Okay. I appreciate your candor, but educate yourself because you sound like an ignorant slut. All right. That's off my chest.
Okay. I'm glad we went through that.
What's on your chest? This seems like not a thing that with most co-hosts you shouldn't ask a woman. Like, so what's on your chest this week?
Well, I've just been very much enjoying all of the stuff that has come out around the Epstein case. I love that people won't stop talking about it. I love that people that Trump is like stomping his little stupid idiot feet and like his little stupid idiot small hands and fists. Like, I just like love it. And I think it's hilarious. It's unfortunate because it's also like a horrible situation. Like the Epstein, like the case is horrific. Right. And so, like, I don't want to be so entertained.
What do you mean? Nothing happened. No one ever...
And actually never existed.
Do you know what's crazy is Jeffrey Epstein doesn't exist.
You're like, who is that?
He was invented by the people who did Slender Man and New Coke.
Right. Exactly.
Right?
So
prove either of those ever actually existed.
Right. So, and you can't. And that's what I've always said about the whole situation.
That's what you've always said.
I have. So, you know, I think it's unfortunate because I do find it to be kind of funny, but it is bad. Really bad.
Yeah. Yeah. And look, we could talk about other stuff, but why would we talk about those things when you're not? This is what we're all talking about. Do you know what I mean?
Right. Like, yeah. So
we will talk about some other stuff, but
yeah. Where should we start? Should we start with the birthday card?
Yeah, let's start there. That's fine. Let's start there.
Or the wire transfers that we found. Where do we begin?
I don't know. It's tough because it's the biggest thing is like everybody acting like here's what I see. I last night I couldn't find the cat. And the cat turned out to be in the bathroom. Bringing it back to the cat. It was very important that the cat was on my lap at the beginning of this episode. It all comes back to the cat.
Right.
Who my leg is suddenly mysteriously itchy, and I'm wondering if there's something to do with that. But anyway, he was just rubbing on it. I find him in the bathroom, the guest bathroom, and he's like stood up on the side of the tub, and he knows he's not allowed in the bathroom. Like, very clear about that from day one he was here. And he gives me a look. And God damn it, if it ain't the same look Donald Trump had on his face when the Epstein question came up in every news conference so far.
Yeah.
Like, there's, when your cat knows they've done something bad, but are hoping if they just hold a certain pose and present themselves in a certain way, you won't notice.
Yeah.
And you could not look more like an actual pedophile than Donald Trump does right now trying to distract us with, oh, we're declassifying it's going to backfire too. It's like, wait. So you're saying you're in declassification mode. Like you can do it with just you're showing how easy it is. And this MLK thing is supposedly a big story. So while you got that same pen out.
Right. The file cabinet's open. Just rifle through. Find the right one.
The pedophile is coming from inside the house.
Right.
The White House.
The White House. Yeah.
It's also one of those things where anybody defending him at this point, it's kind of like, didn't we all kind of know he was a pedophile before a single Epstein thing came out? Hadn't we all already seen the clip of him hitting on the 10-year-old was it an airport or a mall, where he's talking to two like 10-year-old girls, maybe 8 years old.
On the escalator or elevator or something?
Well, you only see you can hear his hot mic, but you only see the escalator, I think it is. But yeah, and he's saying I'm going to be dating her in 10 years. Isn't that crazy? He's talking about an actual like prepubescent girl. Or him going on Howard Stern saying lots of creepy stuff, alluding to all the things that he's doing at pageants, which at that time included the Miss Teen USA pageants, the leaks from, I think it was Ivanka confirming that, yeah, he does just walk into dressing rooms at teen pageants. Or how about I know making the rounds right now is his Howard Stern interview where he brags he has no age limit. And then he's like, well, I have an age limit. Yeah, I don't want to be with a 12-year-old like Jared Foley. And it's like, well, you just said 24 was fine, which whatever. Yes, you're a man in your 60s, but 24-year-olds are admittedly hot, even to 60-year-olds. I get it. That's probably, it's weird. And you doing it, like you're almost certainly going to be trying to offer them money or a championship or whatever. There's no way there's a non-abusive way, but I'm not going to say the man would be at 60 a pedophile for being attracted to 24-year-olds. But then when you're saying there is no age limit, there is none. Oh, wait, there is. I wouldn't want to be with a 12-year-old. Okay, maybe now if you could just show us where between 12 and 24 your line goes down, that would be great. So great for us.
That would be great. That would be sick, actually.
If you would have just followed that up with even at this point, again, a man in his 60s, it would still be creepy and it'd still be weird, but it would make it look a little less suspicious if he's like, so, they got to be legal. They got to be 18. They got to be legal. If he had at least said something like that, you'd be like, all right, we're getting further. But I swear, this is a man. Donald Trump is, did you ever see that comedian who explains the difference between pedophilia and I think it's called hebephilia or hebephilia. I don't know how you pronounce it. And he's like, no, okay, so technically, and he's like, he's telling this joke and he's like, there's actually a difference. So pedophilia are people who are attracted to people who are prepubescent. They haven't gone through puberty yet. A hebephilia would be like an adolescent, like in the midst of puberty. But the problem with this distinction is that you can't describe the distinction without sounding like a fucking pedophile. And I swear, like Donald Trump is like one news conference away from getting up and going, listen, okay, first of all, let's define our terms. Pedophile means something totally different. Pedophile means nobody's saying that I ever got with a 9-year-old. It's like, I swear that's what it's coming. We're getting closer to. And I wouldn't be surprised if there are already Twitter people being like, well, okay, first of all, the accusation is that he was with teenage girls. So let's not equate that with pedophilia. It's very important. Those girls, if they've had their blood, like we're on Game of Thrones, if they've had their blood, they're adults.
There's, if they've had their blood is so nasty. I think that you're actually spot on, that we are very close to a point where they're going to start defining what is pedophilia and what is not. Because there's this is not a sustainable situation. The MAGA base is drilling down on him for getting the Epstein files. They're going to be released at some point. And when they are, we know the first thing Trump is going to do is say that it's all AI. Obama made it up.
If he hasn't gotten himself cut out of every single, like right now, I think he also thinks they're going to have to release. So all he's doing is buying time so that there can be more, because we already know that now more internal stuff is leaked, that there was a whole process for specifically flagging any mention of Trump or anything that could be related to Trump. Mm-hmm. And then he went on, I don't remember if it was Fox, but it was an interview this week, and he has now confirmed he's in the files because he said that there's fake stuff in the files about him, right? Which before it was, I'm not in the files. Now it's, well, you know, there's a lot of phony things pointed at me. I want to know, what's your favorite distraction they've tried over the last few days? What's your favorite one?
Oh, I love the NFL distraction, the Washington Commanders, that used to be the Washington Redskins until we all were kind of like,
hey guys, is that great? Now, but did Trump get involved with this? I mean, like a Trump coordinated distraction.
No, that is a Trump coordinated distraction. Because Trump was the one who tweeted about it. Or not tweet, he put it on Truth Social. Yeah, he put it on Truth Social. Do you have it up?
Yeah, I think he did it on both. I think he tweeted, oh, wait. No. This is a side-by-side. In 2013.
Yeah.
Donald Trump tweeted, "President should not be telling the Washington Redskins to change their name. Our country has far bigger problems. Focus on them, not nonsense." And then July 20th, yesterday, he wrote, "The Washington whatever should immediately change their name back to the Washington Redskins football team." All I want people to do is defend the name. Not defend, well, because it's history. Okay, take all that, whatever dumb thing, because that's what it's been. It's traditionally been like, what about Redskins is a mascot? Why? Why is that a mascot? Why would you today? You're starting a new one. What would be your defense of, like, well, let's do these because there's, and it's like, now do try to defend the idea of Redskins as the mascot without being racist and go. It's always just, oh, it's all so woke. Meanwhile, everything is woke now. If the way they're talking about the Superman movie, like, oh my God, you guys have never read a Superman comic before? You didn't know he wasn't from America? You didn't know that his main story is like, hey guys, maybe be nice to each other and don't kill each other. Like,
yeah. Also, I didn't even realize he's been crashing out all weekend on Truth Social. Like, he's posted crazy shit all weekend. He posted, was this the 20? Yeah, yesterday he posted a picture of a girl in a bikini holding a snake, and that's it.
Yeah,
it also looks like a young girl. At least
some of his things make sense.
And then he also posted an AI video of Barack Obama being arrested.
Yeah. In the Oval Office, next to him, they're sitting, and the FBI comes in and like gets him down on his knees and puts him on his. Yeah. And so that's my favorite new distraction is they're trying to say they're going after him and a bunch of other people for the Russia hoax. We're going after them for the hoax. And I'm just sitting here going,
what are you talking about?
All these people who were certain that, wow, it really was a hoax. And now they're seeing you use the word hoax for the Epstein files that they're certain is not a hoax. Once again, I'm not positive that this is going to go. So I thought he was just going to go down as the worst president for being a fascist, right? And then it's like, Bill Clinton, now that we've had during the post-Me Too era, before it was just kind of like everybody blamed Monica, and now there's more enlightened thing. Bill Clinton's legacy is being kind of reshaped as we look back and be like, bro, you were a predator. Like, that was a 21-year-old girl in your employ. I don't remember if she was a paid intern or an unpaid intern. And you were the most powerful person in the world. Like, you are a predator. George W. Bush, just dumb. Yeah. Barack Obama, I think he will get a bit of a rewrite when people really acknowledge what a war criminal he was. Not a fan of the participation in genocide and just absolute civilian massacres that he oversaw and greenlit. And Sleepy Joe, good old Sleepy Joe.
Good old
Too
Sleepy
old,
Joe.
too narcissistic, wrong man to, he made promises that he would be a one-termer and tried to break that promise in a way that fucked us over. But also, like, people never liked him sniffing the hair and stuff. It was like creepy uncle vibes. These are like what those negative legacies for these presidents are. Trump, I thought, was just going to be the authoritarian big baby who like tried to become a king. But I think he's going to go down as the pedophile president. I think that's I think that's what history is like. So, and then by the way, we reelected a pedophile, guys.
Right. Reelected him. Again, the whole thing with the Epstein situation is not even, it's not even that we're learning now that he's a pedophile. We're like, whoa, this is new information. We've known. And then we reelected him.
Yeah.
Shocking.
Yeah.
It's not. It's not shocking, unfortunately.
I used to go into these VR rooms with some friends and we would practice debating. And well, I was practicing debating. That's just where they debated. But it was during kind of my break where I was trying to like refine some skills and stuff, change my style a little bit, find something that's more like me as opposed to being a conglomerate of different people from the line. And anyway, we'd go in and we'd debate people. And one of the fun things we would do is to start, if we were fighting like a MAGA guy, we'd like try to get them on our side first and be like, all right, let's start off with this. We agree that Joe Biden sucks. And it's creepy. Here's one of and what we would do is we would describe something that Trump had done as but saying Joe Biden did it, and they would be all up on like, yeah, that was fucked up the way he was hitting on that girl on that mall, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, that is gross, and that guy should not be anywhere near the presidency. And it's like, right, now here's the deal. Trump actually did all of that, not Biden. And then he was like, okay, but like, was he joking? Was he like, but what about?
Do you want to know some crazy shit that I heard recently? One of my parents' friends. Also, do you hear a car alarm in the background, or is my phone or my microphone filtering it out?
I think you're good. Did you turn on that voice isolation thing we've been doing?
Yes, I did. Yeah. So it just stopped. It was annoying me so much. My parents' friend told one of my parents to take everything that Trump says seriously, but not literally. And I was like, he's the president of the United States. What the fuck are you talking about?
Also, it's a distinction without a difference.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I think about that. I've thought about that little anecdote so much recently because I'm like, I don't understand the difference. So he's like joking about grabbing girls by the pussy. Like that's like it's not literal, but it's also, but take it serious. Okay.
Right. And he's been convicted of literally doing it now.
If I take it serious, guess what? It's still bad.
Yeah. It's
still really bad. Really bad.
What would it even mean? Also, why wouldn't you take him literally? I know that he lies about a lot. So if you're saying like have a LiDAR thing on you, but when it comes to like policies he said he would do, even things that we used to say like, oh, he's never going to, things for the first term that he never did, he's getting around to them. Things like we're going to massively deport, we're going to restore order to the streets by sending the National Guard into cities. We're going to shut down sanctuary cities. They're doing that shit. Like if anything, I didn't take enough literally because I didn't realize we would be stupid enough to not only give him power back, but put no checks in place. No, I did realize we were that stupid. I don't know why I put it that way, but we're obviously that stupid. We are stupid enough to do that. I think we take a quick break because we've been going for some time and we come back in and we'll probably still be talking about this nonsense because we have more detail to discuss. There's so much stuff.
Like the card, like the wire transfers.
Tulsi Gabbard calling for the arrest of Obama and crew. It's like, guys, also, why are you gluing yourself to the dude who's going to go down as a pedophile?
Right.
What does he have on you? Because it's like...
Also, aren't they like fucking embarrassed? Like, I would be... Whatever. They don't get embarrassed.
At a certain point, Pam Bondi has to go like, oh my God, the 50th packet of evidence that he's a pedophile. All right, well, let's go arrest Obama.
This episode is brought to you by the amazing people on patreon.com/calltheline, where you can get the show ad-free and you get the extended episodes where we do bonus shows, which is most of the time. Head over to patreon.com/calltheline and sign up today. Would you like to be one of the cool people who can
That's really funny.
I do have a quick statement that I would like to read. I'm sorry I didn't do this at the top of the show, but there was some stuff that happened recently, some revelations. I'll be posting this to my social medias, but I do need to go ahead and get this out of the way.
Sure, absolutely.
What happened to all my boys and gals and non-binary pals? Stop talking about the big booty elf girl list, because that list was created by Forrest Valkai and the Dillahunty administration to hurt me. These are the same people behind the big titty goth GF hoax. Now some of my oldest supporters, aka snowflakes, are falling for it and demanding the release of the list of dudes into big booty elf girls. They didn't release that list because your favorite call-in debate guy is nowhere on it. They created that list that I'm not on to hurt me and my campaign. They are demanding that our great executive producer, Arden Hart, who has been doing excellent work to make online debate great again, release the list. All of this was to distract from all of the other amazing accomplishments, like the upcoming 50th episode of The Line as a podcast and the launch of LineCon Online. I'm not on the list, and also I am on the list, but it was made up by Forrest Valkai. Thank you very much for your attention to this matter, Jimmy Snow, president of the United Lines Channels of America and other places.
And other places. You sent me that when I was having a particularly hard day, and it made me laugh that day, and it made me laugh this day too.
Stop talking about it. Stop talking about it. You are playing right into their hands when you say big booty. Do you remember that old viral video from like, oh my God, that's got to be 15 years ago?
Which one?
There were viral videos 15 years ago, right? Yeah. I got big booty bitches, big booty bitches. Oh, big booty. Y'all remember that? Those are the good old days. Vines, those were good days. Now Elon Musk says he's going to bring back Vine, which means he's definitely going to ruin it.
Yeah, he's going to bring it back. It's going to be called something else, and it's going to be fucking horrible like he did with X. Okay. I want to talk about the birthday card because I think this is so fucking stupid. So For those of you who don't know, Trump, they found a card that Trump had given to Epstein for his birthday. And in the card, there's like a conversation, like a fake conversation. So it's like Donald Trump, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah,
Epstein,
he like draws
blah,
a little
blah, blah, blah.
dialogue.
First of all, that alone, embarrassing. And also,
it
like, do you have a crush on him?
He's implying that first of all, he's acting like they both aged super gracefully in the, I can find the text of it. We should report, we should be clear. This has been challenged by Trump and the administration, and they are suing the Wall Street Journal for publishing this, saying that it's a fake hit piece. But people, do you know who owns the Wall Street Journal?
Is it Rupert Murdoch?
It's Rupert Murdoch.
And they
literally Fox News, the guy who owns Fox News, the guy who basically put Trump there, his publication, like if anybody else put it, I'm not even gonna lie, if New York Times posted it, somebody who like hates him, I would be like, okay, there could be somebody there who is very biased, who was like, let's just greenlight this and let the chips fall where they may. I like to think that wouldn't happen with something so severe and sensational, but you know, let's say, and because some of the parts just sound weird, I'd be like, I don't know. I want this more verified before I accept it. The amount the Wall Street Journal would have had to have been like, guys, this is definitely like, here are I want to see it. I want to see the card. I want to know why it's, but also, and I say this with contempt in my heart toward the Republican Party, bitches. Let Ghislaine fucking testify.
I know.
Let her fucking testify.
I agree, though. I do. So in the birthday card, there is a drawing that is of a woman, and the area of the woman's body that is pubes is where Trump signed his name. So like, it looks like it's sort of like in the pubes.
Which that's kind of funny. Like,
yeah,
if Donald Trump wasn't a fucking nonsense person, I would have done something similar to that. That's
Right.
like kind of funny.
So, and I also, so the conversation though, that is in the card, we are only seeing like a typed out transcription of. I would like to see the card also. Like, I would like to see it because I agree. Like, I mean, because it is the Wall Street Journal, I guess it is a little bit, it makes like a little more credibility in that in a way, but like I would like to see it. But I have the transcription here. So I'm going to read it.
Okay, good. Yeah.
It starts with voiceover. There must be more to life than having everything. Donald, yes, there is, but I won't tell you what it is. Like, are they gonna, like, is he trying to fuck Jeffrey? It feels like he is. Jeffrey, nor will I, since I already know what it is. Donald, we have certain things in common, Jeffrey. Jeffrey, yes, we do, come to think of it. Donald, enigmas never age. Have you noticed that?
Bro. Like,
Jeffrey.
first of all, they seem to be implying that the secret is fucking children. Like,
No.
right?
Right.
Isn't that what the implication is?
Right.
Like, the secret to happiness when you already have everything else, which by the way, like, that's
Trump
kind
is
of
horrible.
But that's kind of the theory here is like there are people who become so rich and can have everything that they become bored by anything that the rest of us would be. Like, imagine just being a regular person. And it's like, now you get to fuck basically as many of the hottest people in the world as you want. And not because of anything about you, just because you get to. And, you know, it's the same shit why Diddy parties happened, right? Like they were doing such crazy shit at those fucking places. And so you get people like Donald Trump who has fucking issues and clearly creeper to his own daughter, talking about how he would have dated his own daughter.
Disgusting.
When his own child is a newborn, he's talking about, you know, she looks like me in this way. We'll find out if he's going to get Marla's tits. That was, I think it was Marla was the one he was talking about, because it was when Tiffany was born. If she'll get, you know, we'll find out if she gets her, you know, what do you and your daughter have the most in common? Well, I was going to say sex, but what the fuck does that even mean, you fucking weirdo? And then
that's disgusting.
Another thing where I want to say, like, explain it to me when it's people, he was joking. Okay. Explain the joke. What's the joke?
What's funny about it?
What's funny about me and my daughter have sex in common? Because it sounds like when I hear sex in common, it sounds like you're saying me and my daughter have sex together. That's what I hear. That's what I hear.
Yep. I actually, that's the best. That's the best way when anyone says anything is a joke and it's actually offensive and not cool. The best thing that you could say is, "Oh, I don't get it. Can you explain the joke to me?" Because for that person to be like, "Oh, the joke is that, you know, women are stupid or whatever," and then they sound like a fucking asshole because they are.
Yeah.
Wait, I need to continue this.
Well, okay, but let's be clear. I do enjoy a good women are stupid joke.
Oh my God.
But I'll be honest, at least when I have to describe it, when I have to defend it, I just start with this. I go like, okay, first of all, you got to get yourself in the right mindset to receive this joke. Imagine you're me, a misogynist. And what happens is...
Okay, lock in. You're a misogynist.
Right, lock this in. Lock in. Look, here's the deal. I am not above making certain jokes, especially when my girlfriend is driving. Like, look, I'm not a perfect person. And I expect that energy in return. Like, you know,
as long as you're with guys, it can go return.
Way more extreme. It's like, oh, your feelings got hurt. Are you going to go sexually assault somebody? Because that seems to be what my team does. Fucking like crazy ass shit where they're like, oh, you feel like a little bit less of him. Oh, you were emasculated. Who are you going to go murder to feel better about yourself?
What school district are you going after today? Right. Sorry, that was horrible.
Right.
Anyway,
no,
okay.
that's true. Fair. That's so fair. Like,
unfortunately.
Are you hoping that one day you can have a son that'll massacre a classroom? Like, that's what somebody that's the dark shit you could say to someone who looks like me, because I look like somebody who would not keep my gun secure and would neglect a boy and not teach him how to be an actual, like, good. Oh, I'm going to say the phrase that you hate so much. I almost argued with you about this when you threaded it.
Oh,
But we've
which
already
one?
had this debate. I love the phrase high value man. We should be having the debate about what a high value man actually is.
Yes, I agree. It's like, it's when people say it. When people say it on the internet, they're not talking about what we would agree as a high value
Right.
man. Like that's the whole thing.
They think it's a resume. They think it's like, here's what my bank account is. And it's like, right. Now, what was it when you were born? Because I'll bet you the only difference is adjusted for inflation. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
fucking rich people. Oh my God. Rich people who think they like just earned all of those dollars. And it's literally like, you fucking redacted motherfucker.
Wait, I need to finish the
someone
last.
needs to redact.
We're at the best
Whatever I
part
was
of
about to
this
say.
card. We're at the best part of this card.
Please do go on.
Okay, so Donald says enigmas never age. Have you noticed that? Jeffrey, as a matter of fact, it was clear to me the last time I saw you. Trump.
Reread that line because you turned into a robot for a second. I don't know if that was my end or yours.
I think my computer is potentially dying, so we're push
I
through.
really hope not.
I hope not. Jeffrey, as a matter of fact.
You're back to a robot.
Fuck, am I?
Yeah.
Am I okay now?
No, I think you're locked in. Your battery. What battery? What's your battery at?
10.
No. Can you join back from a different computer or something? What can we do?
Maybe
All right, we're going to take a quick break. And when we get back, we're going to read that card. People, don't go anywhere. No, please stop talking. I want to grind out my own ear hole with a pencil. So we'll be right back after this break. Thank you, patreon.com/call the line. Donald Trump is a creep. He's a weirdo. What the fuck is he doing here? He doesn't belong here. As president, as human, I mean, he just doesn't belong. Also, my girlfriend's kind of better than me at a lot of video games. And that's where I really like to make misogynist jokes where like, we'll be playing something and I make mistakes all the time. She constantly outperforms me, but then she'll make a mistake and I'll just be like, oh, no one expected more. Babe, you're a girl. No one thought that's fine. All right. We'll be right back.
Would you like to be one of the cool people who can prove they were supporting this podcast right from the beginning? Well, you can. Head over to linemerch.com. That's linemerch.com and pick up some founders merch for The Line as a podcast that will only be available for a short time and features the rough draft drawn logo that soon will be updated to look less like it was drawn by a 3-year-old. That's linemerch.com.
Welcome back. Oh, we are doing the NPR episode where we will take far too many pauses. I do fuck with some NPR though. That's true.
It is very relaxing. The tone of it is very relaxing.
Hello, I'm Ira Glass, and I sound like a very slow talking nerd.
No. This is so random. My ex's dog died and I'm sad.
Aww. Careful though. Well, you're in a good relationship now. You'll be fine.
I am, but I'm sad because that was a really sweet dog.
One time I was single and my dog died and I reached out to an ex because I had thought cared about that dog. And that then reignited a relationship that ended poorly. From not
I mean, I actually have like a pretty good relationship, not like friendship really, but like a good enough relationship with one of my exes, my like more serious one. And so like when big things have happened, like when big things have happened, it's always been like fine. Like I'll text his mom right now and be like, I'm so sorry. That's sad.
Yeah.
Anyway, before we went on the break, we were talking about the card that Trump wrote Epstein, and his biggest defense for why he did not write that card is because he never drawn a thing in his life. Never drawn. Do you have anything to say about that? Because what I would like to say about that is that immediately after everyone found all of these drawings that Trump did and had auctioned off.
Which let's be clear. He's not good at drawing. He's actually maybe better than I am because they look like they're quick sketches and I can't draw for shit. But I haven't seen apparently he drew the Statue of Liberty in 2017. Trump's Statue of Liberty.
I've seen him do the skyline several times. That seems to be his party trick, is to do the skyline. Yeah.
Yeah. There's allegedly, these could be wrong, but supposedly he had drawn a sketch at, let's see. What is this? I lost it. A simple sketch of the Statue of Liberty in black marker for a charity auction that sold for $20,000 at the Julian's auction in 2017. Is this real?
How much did it sell for? 200 something? It was like 275 I saw. I don't know if that's the same one.
I think maybe it's because I see the Empire State Building. That one went for like $16,000.
$16,000?
At an auction, yeah.
What? The one that I saw, it literally went for $275 at an auction. And I was like, that feels right.
Really?
This looks like he did it on the back of a napkin.
Was that the one that was just like the simple buildings? Yeah. Let's see.
Anyway, so that was his defense, which is really stupid. But what else is new? I love the birthday card situation. I love that people found it. I love that it was Wall Street Journal. The other thing, do you want to move forward from the birthday card, or do you feel like you need to resolve things about the birthday card?
I gotta find the Statue of Liberty.
Okay.
You keep going.
Whatever you need. Okay, the other thing that I wanted to talk about is Senator Ron Wyden he was the one to reveal that the Trump admin was concealing 4,725 wire transfers between just one of Trump's bank accounts to Epstein. And it meant that from that bank account, the amount came to $1.1 billion from that one account, which who knows how many other accounts he was sending money from. But yeah. I would like to know what he was paying $1 billion to Jeffrey Epstein for.
Uh-huh.
But it's also you can't really, that's not really for people who are so wealthy, I feel like it's not really evidence for anything. Because he could have been sending him wire transfers for a private jet that they chartered, or who knows. It could be literally anything.
How much did he send him?
It was $1.1 billion over the course of 4,725 wire transfers.
Jesus, that's a lot, though.
It's a lot.
It's not going to be $1 billion of a chartered jet.
Right. Well, yeah, it's a lot of, actually, I'm curious what the average is, the average amount per, let's see, I'm going to do 1 billion. $1 billion is so much.
Okay, I think the Statue of Liberty one isn't real.
Oh.
But the other ones are. That was one I just found quickly.
Okay, so that would average out 232,804 and then some change dollars per wire transfer.
Jesus Christ.
That's a lot.
So much.
That's a lot. So I hate that. And I don't know if that means that he was paying for the attention that he was getting from really young girls. I don't know if that's what we can imply here, but he definitely was paying. And I mean, if anything, this is just evidence of the relationship that him and Epstein had, because there have been a few times where Trump has been like, I barely know that guy. What are we talking about? That man, so irrelevant. I don't know him. And this is a moment where we can say for sure that is absolutely not the case. You barely know this guy. Why are we talking about him? You've sent him $1 billion. That's why. From one bank account. From one. Can you fucking imagine the other ones that we don't have access to? What are your thoughts?
That's a lot. I hadn't heard this number, so I'm looking everything up.
Senator John Wyden tweeted it, maybe?
Over wire transfers?
He tweeted, over wire transfers from one of his bank accounts.
That's a lot.
It's a lot.
Congressional investigative reference a Treasury file documenting 4,725 wire transfers, nearly 1.1 billion moving through one of Epstein's bank accounts, which Epstein was a financier, that he was making money. That's the word that was on that Conan bit. And so maybe they were doing investments together. I don't know, but
yeah, it doesn't prove, we can't look at this information and be like, he was buying children. We can't say that, but we can say that for a person that Trump is trying to dismiss as irrelevant in his life, that is obviously not the case, because you, at a minimum, trusted him to, if it is best case scenario, it was investments, you trusted him with $1 billion.
Okay, it looks like that $1 billion might just be how many transfers total went through Epstein's bank. We don't know how much of that was specifically Trump's.
Oh, really? So then Ron Wyden,
that's what I'm seeing,
worded it wrong. But even so, 4,000,
725,
almost 5,000 wire transfers.
Coming up to there is no Epstein list. There is no, okay, well then who are these people? Is Trump one of them? Mm-hmm. And who are the other people? And what are they paying him for?
Right.
Because that's what I want to know.
That's what I would like to know as well. So
yeah, there's no list. There is no list.
Well, and I think that even MAGA has gotten smart to this, to be like, well,
not all of them.
You said that, well, not all of them, but a big chunk of them, where it's well, you said there was a list and you campaigned on releasing it, and now you're telling us there isn't a list, and also if there is a list that you're not on it, and also you didn't, that it was invented by the Democrats. So it's you actually are playing every single card that you can think of, which means no one's going to believe you.
Hey, I'm going to read you a tweet or a quote. I don't know if it's from Twitter or not, and you just tell me who you think said it. What the hell are the House Republicans doing? They have the majority. You can't get the list? Put on your big boy pants and let us know who the pedophiles are. Who do you think said it?
I don't know. I guess I'm trying to think of people who are is it Nick Fuentes? Because he had a tweet about this situation recently too.
So I'll give you a better hint. This was actually tweeted or quoted on December of 2023, before Trump took office.
Was it Trump?
No, it was the now head of the FBI, Kash Patel, who is the one fucking stopping everything from coming out.
Yeah. Wait, I thought Pat Bondi was the head of...
Pam Bondi is the attorney general. Oh,
okay. I got them confused.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Oh, yeah. Right. Yeah. Well, that's the thing, is they all talked so much about it. It's for Trump to turn around and say, why is everyone talking about it? Because you talked about it. You talked about it, and the people in your admin talked about it for so long. I genuinely think, actually, if he hadn't made such a big deal out of it, I don't think it would even be as much of a conversation now.
Yeah.
People wouldn't be thinking about it. Before it came up again, I just it was not top of mind, because it had left the news cycle and we had other horrors to worry about.
Do you ever go to the Age Like Milk Reddit, r/Age Like Milk?
No.
It's so good. I'm gonna read you some of these.
Oh God. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna.
So we're getting off of the Epstein list. We'll do a couple more stories and then we'll wrap up here. But as far as r/Age Like Milk. So last year, 37,000 Americans died from the common flu. It averages between 27,000 and 70,000 per year. Nothing is shut down. Life and the economy go on. At this moment, there are 546 confirmed cases of coronavirus with 22 deaths. Think about that. He wrote that March 9th, 2020, right before the pandemic took off. This is also when he was saying there's a few cases, we're keeping track of it, but it's going to go away. We've got it all under control. And then obviously they didn't have it under control, because it turns out they did nothing. They did nothing. So
I like this Reddit is really funny. There's another one that's that was about, this was Trump in 2013 talking about Presidents should not be telling the Washington Redskins to change their name. Our country has far bigger problems. Focus on them, not nonsense. And then his tweet, or his, I don't know if this, yeah, I think this is also a tweet from yesterday, which is the Washington whatevers should immediately change their name back to Washington Redskins football team. And the person who posted
was asleep
it
in the first part of the show when I read this exact thing.
I didn't realize you read the 2013 part also.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. But I just liked the title of and it's actually not even that funny. And now that I've spent this much time on it, I regret it. But the guy just said, there's always a tweet with this guy. And there is always a fucking tweet with this guy. That's the thing that's so funny about Trump is he's always been so, he's put so much of himself out there. It's sort of like the influencer curse. It's like, well, when you've lived chronically online, we're going to run into this problem over and over again.
And if you're a liar and a hypocrite, that will become clear because I don't worry about anything that I'm worried about from my social media days is more oh man, I cringe at the fact that I used to believe that way. His stuff is straight up can you believe that with all of the problems and difficulties facing the US president, Obama spent the day playing golf worse than Carter. He wrote that in 2014. He has taken more holidays and played more golf than all of the presidents combined.
Right.
He's absolutely, I don't know about combined, but it sounded good. It was good hyperbole, but more than all of them by a considerable margin. Let's see. Then there's a tweet from one guy. Trump says he'll declassify the Epstein tapes if reelected. Oh boy, there's some powerful people that aren't gonna like to hear that. Pray for President Trump. And then that was in 2024. A year later, almost to the date, within 18 days. I never cared about the Epstein files during the campaign, and I don't care about them now. From just some random MAGA bootlicker. Did you like my thread?
Crazy.
I don't know why I thought it was clever, but I did.
Yeah, I did like it. I remember I physically liked it, and I did like it.
What does it mean to physically like it?
I pressed the like button. I guess not physically is not the right word. I literally liked it, and I do. I
thought you were saying you were having some kind of sensation. Yes.
Oh, I physically liked it.
I physically liked it. I got goosebumps. My hemorrhoids healed.
Oh my God.
I don't. By the way, mine have cleared up. In case you've been wondering about it.
I'm so happy.
Yeah.
I'm so happy for you.
Yep. As they were going, there was one more little stabby pain the other day, and I was like, "Oh, here we go again." But I think that was them saying goodbye.
Oh, just one less ouchie for the road.
We done little knife up the bum. That's what it felt like. The thread I'm referring to people that I've had a couple of things that I'm like, some things deserve to go viral. This one isn't necessarily there, but do not feed the ducks. But by feed, I mean bootlick, and by ducks, I mean pedophile. Because I see Donald Trump like a duck. Because if you all don't know, ducks are amongst the rapiest animals in the animal kingdom. They will rape corpses, they will rape other species, and they rape each other. There is a species of duck that one of the species of ducks, the female has developed a second pseudo vagina that she can move the rapist duck's penis into, because ducks are one of the few birds with penises. And it's a corkscrew one, and it can fit in anything. There's crazy.
Yeah, the corkscrew is.
And it comes out fast and will go into any space. And they can move it to a fake vagina while that duck is being a piece of shit to it, and then give only the real vagina to the one
I wish
that
we had that.
By the way, I also feel like if the PP tape does exist, wouldn't it be so funny if Russia released it right now?
The papy tape?
The PP tape.
Oh, the PP tape.
Because the Russia hoax, one of the things in the Steele files was this allegation that there is a tape owned by Russia that they used to leverage him, of him in a hotel in Russia having two hookers pee on each other for his entertainment. And
as one does.
It may not have happened, but if it did, it'd be really funny if it got released right now.
I know.
Really, really funny.
It would be really funny.
It'd be really funny.
What else should we talk about? Like, what other newsy things do you want to discuss?
Did you see the woman who had 35 olives, 28 date seeds, and 5 stones removed from her stomach and intestines? And some of them, if the picture is to be believed, are, I don't know, like how it got in her. I feel like some of them did not go in through the mouth.
Really?
Yes.
Yes.
Wait. I'm learning. Okay. The stones are not rocks. I see now. They are, she would swallow dates and olives with their pits. The pits hardened and I assume accumulated matter and became stones. Or is that, don't eat pits, people.
Don't eat the pits. That's a rule that is across the board. No, don't eat a pit of anything, of olives, of dates, of apples, of apricots, nectarines, none of it. Leave the pit out of this.
I have you seen this? Do I need to send it to you?
No, I have not. Yeah, please send it to me.
Oh my goodness. When you see the picture of this thing, which we are not currently set up to show y'all, so you're just going to have to take our word for it. Maybe in the future, though. I've got some ideas in the future for improving the podcast, but right now we have other bigger fish to fry as we are launching too many things. I'm going to put it in our little group chat because I think Eve would love to see it too. Promise. Would love to see it too.
Oh, that's so funny that you called her Eve.
It's because I just saw her username.
Yeah. I recently called her Eve talking about like a show thing, and I was like, it just doesn't feel right anymore. And it took me so long to be, because I met her as Eve first. And then when she started being like more comfortable with saying promise, then it took me a while to be like, I'm Liza Lube and this is Eve. Promise. And every now and then Eve still slips through.
There are almost certainly some early shows with her and I where I say promise and I save myself by going like, okay, listen, promise me that you are going to, like, changing the word, changing it to the word. I did that a bunch of times.
I'm looking at the picture now. This is insane.
She always went with it, but later would tell me, like, I clocked it. I knew that's what happened. I knew it. She's bright. She's too sharp, and we miss her.
She is a little sharp. I miss her a lot. This is insane. And I love that it's a 92-year-old woman. So she's like this like little, she looks like a little nonna, and she's just in the, in a hospital bed looking at all of the things that were removed from her stomach, and her hands are out. And she's just like, what is all of this? So that's what I imagine she's saying. My God, Maron. This is so funny.
Scientists in Germany were able to achieve a stable plasma reaction for 43 seconds using nuclear fusion, which if we unlock the secret to, basically it wouldn't truly be unlimited energy because there's no such thing, but it would be more energy than our entire world could ever need. I was thinking about something the other day. I'm like, bro, why don't we just like, I know this is going to be one of those things where people are going to chime in and be like, here's why everything you just said is so dumb. But why do we not just move our data centers to the moon? Like if that's what's like causing so much. And look, I know people are like, because we're not like on the moon. But why is nobody talking about that as a future plan?
Yeah.
Cooling on the moon must be so much easier. Yeah. Right? Because you can just release the energy out into there's no atmosphere to hold it in. You just shoot it out of there. I don't know. I keep thinking about it. And I'm like, why? Well, if training AI models, AI is not going anywhere. If training AI models aren't going anywhere, why not? But if we keep doing it, we're going to kill ourselves with climate change. Why don't we just do it on the moon? I don't know. This is one of my, I don't know enough about a couple of This is going to be one of those ones where people are going to be listening and they'll be like, so Jimmy is not as smart as I thought he was. And it's like on certain topics, you darn tootin', I have no idea. I can fight a flat earther on the shape of the earth, but then there are times where I'm also like, but why aren't we just back on the moon? We can't get through it. Like, I know the words I'm supposed to say. Oh, it's harder to get digital products through the analog products through the magnet, whatever part of the thing. And I'm like, that just seems solvable though. That just seems
I'm sure someone who's listening to this is going to be able to tell us.
Do you remember in Newt Gingrich on the debate stage in what year would that have been? Like 2008, maybe, trying to get the primary, wanted to run against Obama, wanted to be the presidential thing. And he was like, I would establish the first space colony on the moon. It's crazy that we're not doing that. Everybody laughed at him. And I was like, I don't know. I've always kind of wondered that too. Why don't we have homies living on the moon?
Like, I don't know. Maybe I should do that.
He's so dumb. And that's so funny, but could somebody answer his question please real quick? Because I don't actually like,
everyone's saying that it's dumb, but I'm not really sure.
And obviously anything Trump does, I know he's going to do it wrong, but then people were complaining about stuff and I was like, guys, I don't know. I kind of get the idea that we might need a space force at some point. Like space force kind of makes more sense than like the water force we currently have at this point. Like, I don't know. I mean, we still need the water force. I'm just saying space force kind of makes sense. Especially now that we know that.
As an idea.
What percentage of satellites are now owned by a private company that are in orbit? It's like 80% are all owned by SpaceX.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. It's crazy. Which Starlink is awesome. I just wish he wasn't part of it. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Starlink, something like Starlink needs to exist. And I guess Amazon's trying. This is the hard shit too, where you're like, oh my God, this is going to make so many. We're basically taking what is a base. It's crazy though, where it's like, we're going to take this basic essential service and extend it to everybody. If you're living in the middle of the rainforest, you're going to be able to get full high speed internet. Doesn't matter where you are in the world, you will always be covered. Not with clean water though.
Right.
But if you can afford a data plan.
Yeah. But the good news is you can order bottled water on Amazon using their Wi-Fi.
On Amazon to the Amazon rainforest.
Right. You could get a water filtration system.
That's going to be so great for people. And look, it's this annoying thing where it's like, are we moving so much slower because we're going at the pace of when billionaires figure out they could do something for profit instead of like, hey, this incredible thing that everybody needed, we should have done a long time ago. Internet access at this point should be treated like a utility because you cannot survive in the modern world without it.
Yes.
And they're just like, yeah, but what if Elon Musk could charge you for it instead of the government guaranteeing it and paying for it through taxes? What if that though?
Yeah.
That'd be good.
What about that? That would be nice.
Yeah. And then also like waiting for them to decide something's profitable that seems kind of obvious, where it's like, why was Elon the first one to attempt building a reusable rocket? Like it goes up and it comes back down and you shoot it back up again. Like, I don't know, man. I watched enough Futurama. That's the default over there. If the cartoons can get it. Anyway, what other things can I say to make my ignorance of space difficulties more obvious? Oh, I was watching a thing. Do you know who Brian Cox, the physicist, is? Not Brian Cox, the actor?
No.
British man who looks a lot like my grandmother did.
Okay.
They don't look alike anymore because she now looks like a skeleton. But
we also need to talk about the Coldplay situation.
Oh, yeah. Well, do we? But that one's almost played out. I'm going to annoy people with some of my take on that. But anyway, okay. The Brian Cox, he was saying a thing is like you could, because the faster you move relative to you, the time dilate, it like changes. So you actually could build, in theory, an engine that goes 99.99999% the speed of light and head toward the Andromeda galaxy. And you, relative to you, could actually be there in like a couple of minutes if you were going at that speed, because relative to you, time would speed up around you. And so you would only experience a couple of minutes of time. But if you then turned around and went back, 2 million years would have passed back home.
Fucked up.
Or
That's
4 million
crazy.
years would have passed back home. And so I was thinking about that and I was like, yo, why is no one, like all these billionaires, these rich people, why is no one trying to work on ships that can do just a fragment of that? I'm not saying I get it, 99.999% of the speed of light seems unattainable. But what about instead of like something that's going to go to the Andromeda galaxy and back and 2 million years passes, what about something that goes a much shorter distance or just in a circle and passes time like 500 years, so you can come back when like humanity is, for you only like, let's say a few hours have passed, but 500 years on Earth passed. Don't you feel like you'd want to like come back and get immortality or whatever? Why is nobody Don't you think medically we'll be immortal in 500 years? Why is nobody working on that?
I would assume that they're worried about what would happen to your physical body in that time. Like I feel like wouldn't there be like a crazy effect on your physical body moving at that speed?
No. Really? Literally no. As long as you're not at the speed of light, because then you couldn't be matter. As long as you escape the atmosphere and you accelerate, you get to speed at a certain rate, because we don't even detect. Think about like how fast we're moving right now. We're literally moving like not billions, but millions of miles an hour through the universe. But because we're not accelerating or decelerating, we're moving at a constant speed. We don't even notice it. It's just like when you're in the car. You feel it when you're going to 70 miles an hour, and you feel it when you're decelerating, when you're braking. But once you're at 70 miles an hour, like on a bus, you can get up and walk around like nothing is happening. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so
but it's crazy to think about sorry, go ahead.
I was just saying, if you're out in space and you know, like you've got a nice clear path to do it, which most of space is completely empty. I think that if you go in a straight line, I think your odds of not ever even hitting like anything,
a rock,
having even space dust at that speed would be crazy. It's like over 99% chance that you're going to be totally fine. I don't know. I'm just saying, let's shoot some billionaires off into space and see what happens.
I would love that. I think it would be good for someone who's like a billionaire and has sort of like they want to try something new. They want to get crazy. Okay. Go
Coldplay
travel through a different dimension.
Oh, I thought the way you said okay was all right, I'm changing the subject.
Oh. Well, yeah.
Go ahead, though. Let's change the subject. Coldplay.
Okay. Hilarious. I love it so much.
Should I do the music behind you?
So, if you have not seen the clip, which I'm sure everyone has, because it literally happened maybe a week ago and it's already played out everywhere. But it's, there was the CEO of, the one guy was an astronomer, right? And then the woman is like
the name of the company.
Oh, okay. So he's the
CEO of the company Astronomer. Yeah.
Okay. Yes. He was having an affair, and the woman that he was having the affair with was also having an affair with him. Like both of them were married to other people, and they were at this Coldplay concert together. And he's like standing behind her, clearly hugging her, like swaying back and forth. And then the camera on like the big, humongous board in the venue, like swings over to the two of them, and they literally like dive. And so now, first of all, he put out a statement, by the way. Did you see this stupid shit? I don't think he actually did. Really? I think that most of those statements are fake. Oh, okay. What I saw was a statement that was like, obviously I'm very embarrassed, like my family, my wife, blah, blah, blah. Obviously you're not that embarrassed, but he says he was embarrassed. And then part of it is like, he's not issued any public statement still. Damn. It was like, there was a part of the one that I saw, which was not real, but the one that I saw. Also, it's insane how many things just get put out into the ether like they're real. And basically at this point, you have to always, no matter what you're consuming anymore, everything you have to do. Even the video at first, like, needs to be confirmed to not be AI at this point. Yeah, you know what I mean? I'm a little scared. I didn't initially feel that scared of AI, but I am starting to feel scared of AI for this reason. Yeah. Because I feel like it's looking so real that like even the video that Trump posted of Obama getting arrested like looks very real to me. And there's physical realism to it. There are certain patterns of motion and things that are going on, and like object permanence, as well as like the sort of like things that Trump is doing while that's happening, the casual way in which he's like just kind of smiling and stuff that do give it away. That's easier to spot than like, oh, is this thing that looks like a screenshot of a tweet fake or not? My favorite fake statement from him was basically was like, I cannot tell you how embarrassed and horrified I am that this is the way my family, my friends, and the whole world is finding out that I like Coldplay. I like that fake one. Hey, I like Coldplay. Not all of their music, but some of it's good. I think it's kind of crazy when you think about like, because of Reddit, because of social media, everybody found out that this happened within
such a short period of time.
Mm-hmm.
And now he has been let go by the company. I don't know whether or not.
Crazy.
Let me see if they were both.
But that's also interesting because he got let go for what? Having an affair? Like that. Why is his personal life the reason he's getting let go? I guess because it was like an embarrassment. But it's interesting because it's like I'm kind of surprised that they were able to even do that.
Yeah, and so it's like they're having an internal investigation. I guess the Kristen Cabot was fired, whereas the CEO Andy Byron resigned. I guess here's my unpopular take. It's probably not anybody's business. Like, I'm not saying no, like, yes, condemn cheating and all that kind of stuff. But can you imagine the difference between a family that's going through this already and a family that's going through this now with the entire fucking world watching? And like how this thing that was already going to be awful. I'm glad that they were exposed or whatever, and that but also I don't know the elements. I've said I think that cheating is scummy except for in a few situations. For all I know, they're both in abusive relationships at home. I don't fucking know. I doubt it, right? But like it kind of seemed like two high-powered people being shady and feeling untouchable until there they are on the Jumbotron. But there's a lot about it where I'm like, yo, people are cheating every day and being fucking awful people. And I don't know that we put, and by the way, I've never cheated. I've only been cheated on. I don't think anybody who ever cheated on me, I would think like they should lose their job for cheating on me.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's, there's like an ethical and moral implication there, but I also don't know what that has to do with your ability to do your job.
Right. Well, and whether or not that sort of ethics should be like
it's not the job's business because there's an ethical implication, but you don't know the situation that he's in his house. And it's still like more than likely it was shitty and a wrong thing to do. However, we don't have all the information. This is somebody's personal life, and it's weird to let somebody go for that reason.
And maybe there were good reasons for them to let go. Having the whole world, it seems like it happened fast because the whole world was looking, and now they were like, our stock's going to plummet, everything like that. Everybody is obsessed, and they're out for blood. And for me, I'm like, yeah, that's kind of dumb on humanity's part to be making that sort of stuff. It may be that there was policy stuff though, that like we have a policy of if higher up executives are, and that's the thing that I'm much more like, I'm more worried about like, should we investigate whether or not she was compelled to be in that relationship if she felt like she had to? Because those are my first thoughts when I hear CEO with subordinate is like, okay, well, let's investigate that first of all. And yet she was fired as the HR rep. I believe she was the head of HR, and he got to resign. Yeah.
Yeah, what the fuck? Well,
it's weird.
Also,
the whole thing's weird.
Rough for the head of HR to make a choice like that.
And if it's the company policy of like, if you are in a relationship at this higher end, you have to let HR know. We need to get updates. We need to make sure nothing is happening on, because some companies do have those sort of more significant policies. And it's on the one hand, I like in as much as those protect. On the other hand, I feel like we need very smart people to come out with sort of universal ideas of what those policies should look like. So we're now also not overextending an expectation that your work gets some sort of permit into like your personal life. And right now I'm fine if it's only staying amongst the like top of the company and the executives and stuff. But if this eventually turns into like, if you have intentions to flirt with a coworker, you need to go to, which that's another one that's probably going to make me unpopular. People are fucking so, I don't know if they've just never had a job or whatever it is, but you make a lot of your friends, a lot of people end up making friends and meeting their romantic partners at work. That's just like what, it's where you are with people the most. It's where it happens.
Most of your time.
People who are like, if you're at work, you should never flirt with anybody else. Never. And it's like, that's just, you guys don't like ever meet other people ever, do you? You just don't leave home, I'm thinking.
There was like, I'm looking it up right now, the percentage of relationships that start. Approximately 1/3 of all relationships begin in a workplace.
Which, is there a second category that is more than that? I mean, other than outside of a workplace, but like a specific category like...
Well, some surveys suggest even higher percentages, with 60% of employees having had at least one workplace romance. A recent survey also found that 85% of affairs outside of marriage begin at work.
Yeah, look, affairs are bad, but I'm just kind of sitting here going like, it's not, I don't know. It's weird. Like I said, they might have broken policy and it might have been like, you guys broke the executive policy against a relationship. Technically, the cheating, we're not giving anything on, but we have a no tolerance policy on it to cover our ass to make sure somebody like Kristen isn't exploited by somebody like Andy. But again, she was fired and he was given the opportunity to resign. So I don't know. The whole thing's weird. I feel even weird that we're talking about it because I felt weird that it is like the whole, it's just one of the, like if Billy Crystal, not Billy Crystal, oh my God, what's his name? He's awesome. The guy, I'm moving out.
Oh,
Honey,
Billy Joel?
Billy Joel. If Billy Joel makes a new like caught cheating at Coldplay, you know what I mean? Like it's gonna be on there.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Well, have you seen that at
Trump
like
said,
sporting
Pato,
events?
no one cares. Byron is having an affair. I don't know, something like that.
Have you seen at like sporting events, there was, I can't remember, it was one that I saw on the Jumbotron. They had it say Coldplay cam and it was going to couples in the crowd and they would
really
like
funny.
Dive out of the way. It's so funny. So like, so sad that like families are getting destroyed, but also like they made poor choices. And
well,
I'm
and it
glad
sounds
for
like
the
the
meme.
family getting destroyed would happen either way. But it's one thing to have the family getting destroyed, and
Having
it's
it be
another
public
thing.
though is rough.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to propose something for our next bonus show, not this bonus show. I think I know what movie I want you to watch. I just watched it, so I feel like it counts. So not the bonus show after today's show, but the bonus show following. Netflix has a new Balloon Boy documentary. It's only like an hour.
Okay.
I'd like you to watch it. And then when we do the bonus show next week,
Yes.
on Thursday, I'd like us to discuss whether or not we believe it was a hoax, why or why not. That'll be the bonus show.
Okay.
That sounds good.
Okay.
And people, we're starting to do those kinds of things, these like movie things in the bonus show. If you have an idea for a movie, you can put it down, but you're only going to watch it if you're at patreon.com/calltheline and you pay to see those bonus shows. Any of the bonus shows we do with movie reviews, we will also post as a separate, instead of just a long podcast episode, as a separate thing. But I want to talk about that Balloon Boy hoax and whether or not you think it was a hoax after the new information. This documentary sheds a lot of light on it that I didn't know before. I'm not going to tell you which side I came down on, whether it was a hoax or not, but I will tell you I think I'm still on the same side I went into it with.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, we'll see. Are we heading to the bonus show now?
I think we're headed to the bonus show if I would remember to hit the fucking transition out music. Oh, what are we doing on today's bonus show?
I don't know.
I think I feel like browsing some more funny Reddit things. You want to read some more Age Like Milk stuff? And
Yeah. Let's do that. That
maybe
doesn't
we'll
really.
Did you see Mehdi Hassan? I hate Jubilee, but I watched the Jubilee Mehdi Hassan verse 20 MAGA.
Oh, was it good?
Holy shit.
Was it good?
Yes, but I hate Jubilee. I turned down Jubilee like 3 or 4 years ago because I think what they do is actually like awful. And actually, I think that this episode further proves it because they fully let on self-admitted fascists, Nazi sympathizers and stuff to argue with him. And so like in a world in which that was not, I hate them. I've hated them ever since they were doing the like, we got 10 scientists versus 10 flat earthers. And the flat earthers just scream at the scientists. But the way it's presented is like, shouldn't we hear them both out as though they're on equal footing and trying to equalize and normalize the appearance? By the way, there's this one Aryan girl who I swear her hair is turned so golden because she wants to look so much like a Hitler Youth that she's gotten it on her face and she looks like she's got little bits of mustard on her lip.
Jesus God.
I don't know. I was just like, did she get mustard on her face? And I realized I think she had like refreshed her hair dye or something, had a little hair dye spot that got her lip. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, it's a nightmare over there. Jubilee is fucking awful, but you should, if there's a way, I'm not saying pirate it, or am I? If there's a way to watch it without supporting them, you should watch it.
Yeah, I like watching when other people watch it and like give their thoughts. They do their commentary. That's a good way to watch it without watching it.
Usually
but you
it's
have to
good
be
because
wary
it clips
of
you just to the
commentary.
good parts.
Yes, exactly.
This one doesn't need it. The whole thing is a train wreck from start to finish. Mehdi is there, a parent of Indian immigrants. He is a naturalized citizen of America. And one of the guys straight up tells him, you should go back. And several of them are like, one of them calls him an Indian. He's like, I'm not Indian, I'm an American. And one of them, they're like, why do you even care? This isn't your country, that kind of shit. It is. And one of them is literally admits he's a fascist on there and gets a round of applause from several of the people around. And then there's this one guy with a backwards hat who I'm like, bro, I've been around people tweaking for a large portion of my life. I know what tweaking looks like.
Yeah.
Bro, you need to lay off the fucking hillbilly meth you have. Anyway, on to the bonus show. We'll talk to you all soon. Patreon.com/calltheline. If you want to get the remainder of the show, last week's bonus show was 40 minutes long, apparently. So
really?
Did you know that? We did one that long.
This one cannot be because my laptop's going to die again. And I have another call.
Okay, bye, people.
Bye.